It's so funny. I'm actually so hyped about our own app because I just want to use it on my own.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if like thousands of people like it.
Hi guys, welcome to another video on this channel. First of all, we want to say thank you for all the great feedback we received last week, and we heard that there were still some unanswered questions, so we decided to do some FAQ where we answer all of the questions.
So let's get right into it. The first question is, how did you get the idea for LetUsCook? So that's a rather boring story because I just sat here like every other day and thought about what to cook. Like thinking about what to cook includes so many steps that waste time actually in your life. It's like you have to look for a recipe if you're not like Gordon Ramsay or something. You have to look what ingredients you have in your kitchen, and maybe you have to even go shopping for the recipe you want to cook. And I thought like there's no way that there's no app that solves this issue. So I went into my app store looking for any apps that can tackle these issues. But unfortunately, I wasn't satisfied with any of those because every time there was like at least one thing that annoyed me so hard that I didn't want to use the app. The idea I had then was like, I want something I can use every day. I just look on my phone, I know what to cook, I know what I have at home, and it just simplifies everything about it. I don't have to think. That's how we also came up with the slogan, stop thinking and start cooking. Some of you also asked what makes your app standing out from the others.
After our research, we found out that all of the apps are only solving one part of the equation. Like they have good individual components like the recipe finder or the pantry management system, but they don't have a combined solution which synergizes well.
Yeah, for example, the most annoying part in those apps were when I had to put in all the ingredients one by one and I didn't even save them for the next time. So I had to do it like every day, and I was like, no, I'm not using this.
Yeah, and that's why we added a receipt scanner to the app. So like you go shopping, you buy all your ingredients, and then you just scan your receipt, all your items are in the app, and then there will be recipe suggestions based on that ingredient. So it simplifies the whole process and it makes it really easy for you to cook without thinking.
It's so funny. I'm actually so hyped about our own app because I just want to use it on my own.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if like thousands of people like it. Even if it's just for me or for us, it's like it would be so great, honestly.
I'm for sure I will be using it.
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm just imagining every day, hey, how easy would it be to just look on your phone and see what you can cook already? And you don't have to do anything. It just tells you the recipe and you go into the kitchen and just do it.
The next question is, what is the intention of your MVP?
MVP is like the most
viable
MVP is like the minimum viable product, what means the most basic version of the app. Like the first thing you can actually use. It is far from finished, far from perfect, but it gets the job done. In our MVP will be all the core features, so you can test them and see if it actually solves the problem for you.
There's a great analogy from Y Combinator. It's the burning hair analogy. For example, your hair is burning and you want to solve that. What is the perfect solution for your problem?
Probably a bucket of water.
Probably a bucket of water.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. So what I have is a brick. Some of you might say, okay, I go out and try to solve that problem. But no, your hair is on fire. You need to solve the problem right now. What would you do with the brick? You would take the brick and hammer it on your head until the fire is out. An MVP is not the perfect solution to your problem, but it's good enough to solve your problem.
Coming to the next question, will there be a beta and how can I join it?
So at the start we didn't even think about a beta launch, but we had now 3-4 people who asked for a beta launch, and if we see that there's a higher demand than we expected, then we might think about a beta launch, and we will use probably the email newsletter as a beta access list, so subscribe to it.
Other than that, right now we are still planning to release our MVP to everyone. So in like 4 to 5 weeks, every one of you will have the app on your phone if you wish to.
Coming to the last question, how can we support you?
Following us on social media, giving us feedback, asking questions, just showing general interest in our product helps us a lot. But you can of course share it with friends and family also. The more people we reach, the more problems we can solve,
Yes.
the better the app becomes probably, because the more feedback we get from you.
Yes, so we hope that we answered all the left out questions that you had, and
If you have any open questions left, then you can just comment it down below the video.
next week we will have the first episode of a devlog where we'll give you deeper insights to our development process on the business side and on the technical side. So I hope you will check it out.
Until then,
Let us
cook.
cook.